The moment she touches this, everything changes. Most men miss it, and by the time they realize what it meant, she's already emotionally gone. I'm going to tell you something most women will never explain openly. Not because it's a secret, but because attraction is rarely spoken. It's shown, quietly, subtly, through behaviors that slip out before the mind can control them. As a psychologist, I've watched this pattern repeat itself thousands of times. Men listen to what a woman says, but the truth is hidden in what she does when she thinks you're not analyzing her. There is a particular moment, small, almost invisible, when a woman's guard drops. It happens when she feels comfortable, curious, and just a little bit emotionally pulled toward you, and the signal often appears through touch. Now, understand this clearly. Women are naturally cautious with physical space. For most of them, personal space is a protective boundary. They don't cross it casually, especially with men they feel neutral about. When a woman is uninterested, her body closes off. Arms fold, distance increases, movements stay controlled and minimal. The body protects itself, but when genuine attraction begins to form, the body betrays the mind. You'll notice she starts closing distance without realizing it. She leans slightly closer during conversation, her shoulders angle toward you, her posture softens, and then something even more revealing happens. Her hands start to move, not toward you at first, but toward something connected to you. Your arm, your shoulder, your sleeve, your watch, your jacket. Sometimes even the small details like brushing invisible lint off your shirt. Most men think this is random. It's not. Touch is one of the most powerful, unconscious signals of comfort and attraction. When a woman feels emotionally safe with you, her brain lowers its protective filters. Physical contact becomes natural instead of guarded. But the key detail is how she touches. It isn't forced, it isn't stiff, it's casual, almost playful, like her body moved before her mind asked permission. Maybe she lightly taps your arm while laughing. Maybe she briefly adjusts your collar. Maybe her hand lingers half a second longer than necessary. Those moments seem small, but psychologically, they reveal a lot. Because attraction rarely announces itself with words first. It leaks through behavior. And when a woman reaches into your personal space without hesitation, it usually means one thing. Somewhere in her mind, you're no longer just another man in the room. You've become someone she feels drawn toward. And that's where most men make their first mistake. They panic, overanalyze, or react awkwardly, not realizing the moment was never meant to be dissected. It was meant to be felt. There's something fascinating about the human brain when attraction is present. It begins to look for connection, and connection often shows itself through the smallest physical interactions, moments so subtle that only emotionally aware men recognize them. One of the strongest signs appears when a woman touches your arm or shoulder while speaking. This specific gesture carries powerful psychological meaning. Your arm and shoulder sit inside what psychologists call the personal interaction zone. It's close enough to feel intimate, but not so close that it becomes uncomfortable. Because of that balance, it's where attraction signals often appear first. When a woman casually touches your arm during conversation, she's doing something her brain considers safe, but meaningful. It's her way of testing emotional closeness. You'll often see it when she laughs. Her hand lands lightly on your arm, not aggressively, not dramatically, just enough to create contact. And then it disappears again. That moment matters more than you realize, because laughter lowers emotional barriers. When people laugh, they stop thinking about social rules for a second. Their natural instincts take over. So if her hand moves toward you in that moment, it's rarely accidental. It's instinct. Another pattern appears when she adjusts something on you. Maybe she straightens your collar. Maybe she brushes dust off your sleeve. Maybe she fixes your jacket while smiling. On the surface, it looks harmless, but psychologically, it signals comfort with physical proximity. Think about it this way. Women don't casually fix the clothing of men they feel distant from. That action requires stepping into personal space and initiating touch, something most people avoid unless they feel safe doing it. And safety is the foundation of attraction. Now, here's the deeper truth most men overlook. These touches are rarely planned. They happen when a woman's subconscious mind feels drawn toward you. Her logical brain may still be evaluating you, asking questions like, is he confident? Is he trustworthy? Does he understand me? But her body has already started answering. That's why the gesture often looks effortless. She might not even realize she did it. Later, if someone asked her why she touched your arm, she might struggle to explain it. She might laugh it off or say it meant nothing. But behavioral psychology tells a different story. Human touch is rarely meaningless. It's one of the most honest signals the body produces. And when a woman chooses to cross that invisible boundary between your space and hers, she's revealing something important. Not commitment, not love, but the beginning of interest. And interest is where every real connection starts. Now, here's the part most men misunderstand. When a woman touches you, the moment isn't about the touch itself. It's about how comfortable she feels staying there. Watch closely. Does she pull her hand away quickly, like she crossed a line? Or does it linger for just a second longer than necessary? That tiny difference reveals a lot about what's happening inside her mind. Psychologically, lingering contact often signals emotional curiosity. Her brain is asking a silent question. What does it feel like to be close to him? Humans are wired to gather emotional information through physical interaction. A brief touch allows the brain to measure comfort, warmth, and reaction. That's why confident men respond calmly. They don't freeze, they don't overreact, they don't suddenly act differently. Because the moment she senses tension or awkwardness, her subconscious mind pulls back. Attraction needs emotional stability to grow. Think about it from her perspective. If she lightly touches your arm while laughing and you suddenly stiffen, stare, or react dramatically, the atmosphere changes instantly. The moment becomes uncomfortable. And discomfort kills attraction faster than rejection ever could. But when a man stays relaxed, smiling naturally, continuing the conversation, something interesting happens. Her brain relaxes even more. She feels safe in the interaction, and that safety encourages repetition. You'll notice her touching your arm again later, or leaning slightly closer, or brushing your shoulder while making a point in conversation. These repeated gestures are not random. They are signals of growing comfort. But there's another touch that reveals even deeper interest. When a woman playfully pushes your arm or shoulder while teasing you, this behavior blends humor with physical contact. It's a way of creating playful tension without openly admitting attraction. Teasing allows emotional closeness to form while keeping the interaction light. It's like saying, I enjoy this moment with you, but I'm going to hide it behind humor. Many long-term relationships actually begin with these playful exchanges. Two people laughing, light touches, small pushes on the arm during jokes. Because laughter and touch together create emotional bonding faster than almost anything else. And here's the most interesting psychological detail. When a woman repeatedly touches you during a conversation, she is unconsciously marking you as emotionally engaging. Her brain is saying, this person feels interesting. This person feels safe. I want to stay in this moment. That doesn't mean she's already imagining a relationship, but it does mean something powerful has begun. Her attention is no longer scattered. It's focused on you. And in a world full of distractions, attention is one of the most valuable signals attraction can give. But there's one final truth most men never hear. Touch alone doesn't create attraction, it reveals it. A woman touching your arm, adjusting your collar, or playfully nudging your shoulder isn't casting a spell. She's responding to something she already feels in your presence, your energy, your confidence, your emotional steadiness. Women are extremely sensitive to how a man carries himself. Long before any physical signal appears, her brain has already been studying you. The way you speak, the way you listen, the way you stay calm in conversation instead of trying to impress her. These qualities create the emotional environment where attraction grows. And when that environment feels safe, her body relaxes. That's when the small touches begin to appear naturally. But here's the important part. Confident men don't chase these signals. They notice them and continue being themselves. Because the moment a man becomes desperate to force attraction, the dynamic changes. Pressure replaces comfort, and comfort is the foundation every meaningful connection stands on. Think of attraction like a quiet conversation between two nervous systems. Her body sends a signal, your calm response sends another. Back and forth without words, the connection either grows or fades. That's why awareness matters more than strategy. When you understand these subtle behaviors, you stop guessing. You start recognizing when someone genuinely enjoys being around you. And that awareness changes how you move through the world. You become more relaxed, more observant, more emotionally present. Ironically, those qualities are exactly what make people feel drawn toward you in the first place. So, the next time you're talking with a woman and she lightly touches your arm, or brushes something off your jacket, or playfully nudges your shoulder while laughing, don't overanalyze it. Just recognize what it might mean. She feels comfortable in your presence. And comfort is often the first quiet doorway to attraction. Now, I'm curious about something. Think about the last meaningful conversation you had with a woman. Did she ever touch your arm, shoulder, or adjust something on your clothing while talking to you? Write yes or no in the comments. And if the answer is yes, tell me what she did. If this helped you understand female psychology in a deeper way, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Because sometimes one small moment can reveal more than 1,000 words ever will.